And so what I'm doing is after I rolled the chocolate fondant on here and took it off, I took some of my cookie cutters and some of my my tips, and I cut the circles out. Then what I did, like with this little gear, I took, which one was it? I think it was this one. And I just went in and cut all the holes out. And then another thing I'm doing is, as I do that, I'm taking the little ball tool, the little nail tip tool, which is just basically a ball tool, and I'm pushing in and indenting where like all the little gear things are. It's kind of hard to show you, but that way it'll give it some definition. You know what I'm saying? Like I did I finish this one? Yeah, so that's what I did with this. Now, another thing that I did, I'm not done with this one. I'm just gonna throw that up there. I did it here. This was very tedious, but this gear is that one. And I'm gonna show you how I did this. I'm gonna try to. So I took this tip. This is, I think, one of those tips that you stick in the middle of the cupcake and you pipe your filling in. So this is what I have, or I guess cannoli, like a cannoli filler. So what I did with this is I cleaned the tip, and all I did was go up against this line and just made like a cutting motion. And that way, without having to use an X-Acto knife or anything like that, I don't know how well you guys can see what I'm doing. But I literally just cut that out with the tip. See? And it doesn't take that long. There. So now we have the gear, and then I'm taking my pinky and just kind of smoothing it out in the middle. And then there's our little gear. And I'm gonna put that on one of these. So obviously these are chocolate. Now these have one of those diamond patterns on them. Some of them stuck, and even though like this has grease and stuff on it, and it's still stuck, I'm not sure why, but it's got like that diamond plate pattern. I thought that would be a good background for the gears because it's kind of like industrial type. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I got this little paint palette here, and I have some, I'll put these away with my cookie cutter set I used to cut those out. I got these at, oh, why am I putting them down there? I got these at Hobby Lobby. I don't know why I was doing that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give these gears a little bit of life. So I have these 3 luster dusts, edible dust. This is rose gold, gold, and silver. And then I also have black, and I have just plain like a white pearl. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these and be super careful because I do not want to break these main pieces. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pump some gold in one of here, because these like have little pumps. So I got some gold. Okay, let's just take the, okay, there we go. We got some rose gold. We got some silver. And then some white. And then I'll put black over here. All right. So here's my little palette. I got the black, gold, rose gold, silver, and then there's white in there. So what I'm gonna do, move this stuff out of the way a little bit here, is I'm gonna start with, oh no, I just broke it. It was super thin right there. Oops. Okay, to be super careful. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my big brush, and then with a little bit of silver or white, I'm just gonna kind of brush over this just to give it some, maybe I should use some silver too, just to give it some pop. I think I like the white better though. Just to give it some definition. It's okay if I broke it, I'll try to hide it. So, because it kind of stuck, I don't know why it stuck to the impression mat, but at least if I put some of this pearl dust on it, you won't see some of the blemishes. So, okay. There we go. So these are gonna go on this one, and then these are going on this one. I think I might mix the white and the silver. Because you want it to have that, like, I don't know, I really think the white looks best. And I don't want to touch these. Sometimes I hate working with chocolate because if you touch it, it'll melt, like they're fragile, you know. But here's my thing, once it leaves my house, it is not my responsibility. Okay. I think that really brings out the tone, like the grid, you know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna finish these up and then I'll be back. Okay, I now have all these covered in white in this pearl luster dust. I feel like it gives it a really nice pop, and then it really brings the design out more. So I got those done. Now let's work on these gears. So I'm gonna do something a little different with the gears. Let me use this one. I'm gonna use some black luster dust on the gears, but not only am I gonna use black, so I'm putting some black on them. I hope you guys can see. I'm trying a different angle here. All right, so I got some black on there, but now I'm gonna come in with some gold, and I'm just gonna jazz this up with a little gold. Like, I don't know, like, cause you want them to look old, you know what I mean? So I don't know how well you can see that, but that's with the black and gold. I did the gold on the outlines. So you can kind of see, like, they'll be, you know, they'll pop a little bit. I have this paper towel, it's got a little bit of water on it. I'm just gonna wipe my brush off. I'm gonna do this little one. I'm gonna put some rose gold down on it first. Let's do some rose gold. Make sure, because you want to show that the detail, and I really think pearl dust really brings detail out. And I think I'll put some silver on it too. Put some silver. I want to like jazz up the different colors. Okay, so I have all of my gears on my toppers, and then to finish these off, I'm going to slip them in these little treat bags, because she's just using these as little chocolate treats. So I'm putting that in here. If I can pick this up. And that is going, just gonna give it a twist. I like to wrap them. So like I do a twist in the back, I do a couple twists in the front, and then I come back and I finish it off in the back. And then I just leave it. So these are our cupcake toppers that are gonna be our little treats.